All right, I got some more channeled information. This is what I got with 3 more dates at the bottom, so I'm going to give you all that now. Messages for the collective, like as a whole. So I got we need to have movement for energy stuck in our bodies. And I can see people stretching, dancing, moving, walking, jogging, like whatever feels good. I even saw somebody on like a rowing machine, which is like really funny. Ellipticals, like whatever you can do to move and stretch your body. A lot of us here in the collective, because we were holding on to like that fear or disappointment or rage or whatever it was, we are literally holding on to that energy. You have to release it now, right? So it's time to move from a place of despair into a place of hope, and you can't do that without getting rid of that energy. So movement for stuck energy. Move your body, stretch, walk, muscle stress. It's time to nourish yourself. This is again for the whole collective, you guys. This is for all of us who've been holding on to hope. I heard we know that we know. We isn't us. We know as the collective. We know that something's up. We all know now that we all know that something is up, okay? So it's not time to focus on that anymore. We get it. It's time to heal the shadows that are coming up and shift those limiting beliefs. That's our job right now. Okay, that's job number 1 of ours right now as a collective, is to heal the shadows that are coming up and shift those limiting beliefs. And then our second job as a collective is to maintain the vibe. Peace, love, harmony. That's the vibe, okay? There is enough of despair, anger, hatred, judgment going on in the world right now. We as a collective, it's time for us to rise up and work together and really instill this feeling of peace, love, joy, and harmony. If people don't want to latch onto that, that's their own free will. It has nothing to do with us at all. But we are going to continue to raise that vibe as a collective, okay? Find your community, support each other. Love is infinitely stronger than hate. Defending your vibe / love matches the vibe of anger and fear. Okay, so defending. I'm going to say that again. Remember, this is all channeled information that I got in my meditation today. Defending your vibe or defending the love that you're sending out into the universe matches the vibe of anger and fear. So you don't defend. We're past the stage of defending, okay? Allow them, oh no, I skipped a sentence. They will not understand until they are ready to understand. Allow them to find it on their own, just as you found it on your own. The more that you force, the more that you anchor into their energy and vibration. It's time for us to be the example. It's time for us to rise up, okay? You can't make them understand it. You can't make them see it. Just like you couldn't see things before you started working on yourself and raising your own vibrational frequency, all right? Come together and love others for where they are at and not where you expect them to be. You do not get to decide another's journey. Quietly disagree. The energy is unfolding. The momentum cannot be stopped at this point. Do you guys get how big that is? The momentum cannot be stopped at this point. Nothing anyone does can stop this momentum, and that is so beautiful. It's not your job to make them understand. It's your job to love and heal. Triggers point to shadows. This is the last big paragraph before the dates. Triggers point to shadows. Allow them to be healed. We are in the great unfolding. That word I found to be so interesting. The energy will continue to feel choppy for the next few weeks. And this is November 12th that I'm reading this on. Remember, it's not your energy to feel. It's your lesson. Oh no, it's not your lesson. Sorry, channeled information and sloppy handwriting because it's not my handwriting. Remember, it's your... If I could read. Remember, it's not your energy to feel. It's not your lesson to learn. Yours is peace and healing, meaning your lesson is peace and healing, okay? Externally, this is not a battle. It's just a transition, okay? And I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack from people who are all about spiritual warfare, just like really getting off that idea of spiritual warfare. Like, I get it. There is some of that stuff happening, but right now, the moment that we're at, it's not a battle, it's just a transition. But it's choppy, it's rough, it's a big transition. Internally, for the people who are leaning more towards that 5D state and not anchored into 3D, or even the people who are straddling that 3D, 5D line, like I talked about in other videos, internally, you choose, is this a battle or a transition? And I liked that. I was like, damn, mic drop. Okay, Spirit. So here are the 3 dates that I got. And the video, 2 videos before this is all the channel dates up into this point. 11/17, many will awaken to the truth. And I literally saw people in like, I saw so much red. I saw people in MAGA hats, upset, crying, and not at outcome of election stuff, at their own community, at their own energy around this whole MAGA thing. People are realizing that unless they fit this very specific idea of what MAGA worships, which is the straight, white, rich male Christian, straight, white, rich Christian male, and like extreme Christian, right? That's a really specific subset of people. Unless you are that, they're starting to actually see through others' actions that they will never be accepted into this group if they're not all of those things. So that's 11/17. Many start to awaken. 11/18, legal moves against 45. 45. Okay. This is why I don't translate what I get on the channels. I literally just write it down, because remember when I said that on 11/9 Kamala comes out to play, and I was like, I don't know why it's written like that, but then yes we did, because we saw pictures after that channel that she's literally playing with her nieces, right? She comes out to play, she's just showing us, showing up, showing her face, and she's literally playing. So I feel like the verbiage here is really important. Legal moves against 45, and 45 is obviously Donald Trump, because he calls himself number 45. This is also written on page number, believe it or not, freaking 45 in this notebook, which I thought was so funny. And 5 + 4, if you use numerology, 5 + 4 = 9, and 9 is all about endings, the endings of cycles, right? The endings of energy. So legal moves against 45. Then I also saw and heard like the organization, like whatever the energy, all the energies that are like tied and looped in with him too, legal moves seem to come against that. So it's not just around that one person, it's like the idea of number 45 is what it felt like more. And then 11/19, things falling into place, with a big emphasis on the word falling. Info starts to fit, meaning this is more around votes. Like I'm seeing specifically around votes, okay? So 11/19, things falling into place, and I'm literally seeing somebody opens a cabinet and votes just fall out that were never counted, right? Or somebody knocks something over and votes spill out of them, like votes literally physically being hidden, but also the metaphorical of things falling into place, right? Info starts to fit, it starts to make sense, right? Because as of today, people are now coming out saying, oh, our exit poll numbers were significantly higher than the actual votes, meaning more people left the voting precincts than actually had votes count and were tabulated, right? So obviously there's a big discrepancy there. The info of what we're getting on like the actual data is starting to fit the scenario that happened. We're starting to figure it out. Anyway, that's all I've got for today.